Hey guys, welcome back. And today I'm going to talk about my journey in New York City as a gay black man. Someone asked me to speak on this, so I'm just going to speak freely about it because it's my story. So, New York to me is probably one of the most, well, not even to me, to everyone, is like probably the most diverse city in the world. So, when you're a gay man, you're always seeking acceptance, you're seeking to find like your place. To me, when I was young, I always knew that my place would be New York. I knew it before I even decided to move to New York. I just knew that something was pulling me to the city. I lived in Miami, I spent time in Los Angeles, I spent time in Las Vegas, Chicago, Cleveland, all of these cities, and nothing compares to New York. When I got there, I was very welcomed by the city. People seemed like nice and helpful, and I instantly pretty much fell in love with New York. It's hard to say because I know being an attractive black man, maybe my journey, maybe my experience is different than some other people's might be. I feel like in New York, I was very accepted as just being an attractive guy. I don't think a lot of people, actually, I take that back, that's a lie. There are a lot of people who maybe sexualize me for being an attractive black guy, but to the people in my circles and the people who I got to know, they didn't really care. The gay community, that's a different story. If you're attractive and you're black, of course, there are going to be people who like the chasers, the Caucasian guys who want to sexualize the black guy. Like, there's always tons of that. But you have to learn to weed those people out, and typically you can detect who they are. Other than that, that was probably the only thing that I would say really kind of got under my skin, which was kind of race related in New York City. Other than that, all of my experience were amazing, and I rep Brooklyn. I don't really rep Manhattan. I'll say like Manhattan is where I go to play and Brooklyn is where I stay because Brooklyn's amazing. It's like it gives you a little bit of suburbia, but you're still like 15, 20 minutes from the city. So it's perfect. The grocery stores are nice, like the parks are nice. Everything is just like good. It's not super crowded, so it's not like as soon as you walk out of your house, you're being bombarded by people. It's like you get a little bit more space than you might get in Manhattan. So I love Brooklyn. I will love Brooklyn forever. I honestly would not want to live in any other part of the city because I'm a Brooklyn guy and I'm gonna be a Brooklyn guy until I die. So that's it. Brooklyn is amazing. Manhattan's amazing. New York is just amazing in general because there's so many different types of people from all over the world that you really can come to New York and you can be yourself. You can find like your home. You can find your tribe because that's just how it's set up. It's how it's designed. I kind of wish I had more of a shitty story to tell you about it, but I really don't. The city has showed me nothing but love, and I will love it and rep it forever because New York will always be home to me. It's always in my heart. I don't really have anything negative to say. I say if you want to move to New York or you want to experience it, let me backtrack with that. If you want to move to New York, I will be pre-warned, New York is very expensive. So have a good job, have a lot of savings, like your rent. Most people in New York City are working to pay their rent because it's expensive. I mean, unless you're a millionaire or a billionaire, then you don't really have to worry about it. But overall, finding like a decent apartment in a decent neighborhood, really close to transportation, it's gonna cost you some money. So be prepared for that if you want to take the boys to New York. But I say if you're contemplating moving there, if you want to check it out, I say do it. I think everyone should experience New York at least once or twice in their life. And it's just different for people who live there because you just become ingrained in the culture of the city and you get spoiled. And it's just like, it's just that place to be. It's like that hot spot. And I think it's always going to be that hot spot. So I highly recommend it because I love it. it's just what it is. You might want to ask somebody else, they probably have a completely different story. But I think it's a really great place, and like I said, it showed me nothing but love, and I will be eternally grateful to New York and the people in New York, because they're not as bad as people make them out to be. A lot of them are actually pretty sweet. They're just misunderstood. So, I mean, that's just my experience. Maybe you want me to go a little bit more in depth with it. If you do, in the comment section, just leave some comments and tell me what you might want me to talk about or what you want to know about New York. I mean, 13 years in New York City, like, I know a lot of stuff. So if you want to know something, leave it in the comment section and I will make a video about it. So also, sorry, make sure to click subscribe, and thanks guys, have a nice day.